Dear ALX staff members, dear speakers and guests, dear cohort members, dear trailblazers, dear all, I have the great honor to address you as part of this Karibu ceremony. A bright light and a shining new hope are emanating from Africa today as the present Cohort 8 is setting sail and embarking on their beautiful journey of getting Salesforce certified. Take a good look at how numerous you are, how strong you are. Africa is rising, and this is what it looks like. Today you are starting or reigniting your journey into the Salesforce ecosystem, and it's a wonderful day, a day to remember. I will tell you my humble story, then connect the dots and reflect on ingredients of success. Finally, I will tell you why you should get into Salesforce. Part 1, my journey from admin to architect. Let me tell you something about myself so that you know where I'm coming from. When I entered my first Salesforce role, I didn't have a lot to show. I didn't have a technical degree. I had never heard about Salesforce in my life. I didn't even know what customer relationship management was. What I had, however, was a few basic IT skills, a bit of Windows admin experience, and faith in myself. And I got lucky. I was hired as a Salesforce admin and got the chance to prove myself. Although inexperienced, I believed in my abilities and was undaunted when facing challenges. In fact, I perceived challenges as opportunities. I actively looked for potential change in my organization, proposed it, then implemented it. First, I would make some process improvement happen. Then I trained existing staff as well as new joiners on these changes, making them stick. I was an accidental Salesforce admin and for a long time also a solo admin. Hardly anybody in my organization understood what exactly I was doing. There was an IT department, but I wasn't connected to it. Quite frankly, I was living in my Salesforce bubble. When starting out, I didn't know what business analysis was, or development, or architecture. But nonetheless, I happily worked on Salesforce gathering requirements, figuring out designs, and implementing solutions. Looking back, that was a great formative experience. I was able to evolve from admin to developer and architect in a growing financial services firm, with a lot of autonomy and responsibility on my hands. After a while, I was actually able to design and document data models. I was able to propose system integrations and to co-lead the resulting projects. I was able to create custom applications and write a bit of Apex code. And my journey there was not only about Salesforce. As my business understanding was growing, so was my confidence. As part of my job, I frequently spoke to people in other departments, inquiring how their work was connected with other functions. Thus, I regularly acquired cross-functional knowledge. After a number of years, I knew a lot about the company's processes and value chain. And after a long time there, I transitioned into consulting, joining a small Salesforce system integration partner. There, I worked on different Salesforce products such as Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Field Service. Mostly on new Salesforce projects, but also on a few existing implementations. I gathered experience in various sectors. I learned a lot during that time, but I'll skip over it now. The point is, I'm grateful for my journey as it happened. Part 2, lessons from my Salesforce journey. Let me tell you about game-changing moves and moments in my first Salesforce role as I look back on it from the vantage point of today. Let me connect the dots and illustrate with examples what a Salesforce admin can do in their role and how one can evolve in it. Becoming a Salesforce professional. Getting involved in a company and being partially responsible for some core business processes was a big deal for me. I was embedded in a sales-driven organization, and based on Salesforce, I was sending out event invitation emails with what would later become Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Improving business processes. When I joined, the company's product list was maintained in Excel in what we nowadays term shadow IT. After a while, I proposed to move the product information into Salesforce to create a single source of truth, which was accepted and over time proved to be very successful. That experience gave me the confidence to propose further changes. Connecting systems. One evening, I was puzzling over a cryptic error message I was copied into. Putting on my detective cap, I decided to investigate why this error was happening. Once I had found the root cause, I proposed a project to fix the company's website to which the error was related, which was accepted. 1 year later, we were proudly going live with an actual data integration between Salesforce and the website. We've built a bridge, and now data are flowing correctly, we told users. Understanding roles. While being a solo admin, I had to do more or less everything myself. Still, it made me happy to know under which headline my various duties were falling. At times, I was doing business analysis work. Having gathered requirements, I proceeded to design the solution as architect, then implemented it as developer. Being able to break my activities down into specific roles was a real eye-opener. Training new joiners. I guess I was happiest when I could step out of my admin role and share my knowledge with new joiners. I booked a couple of hours with them to first explain a bit of business background, then go over the functionality Salesforce provided to them in their respective role. I realized that in order to disseminate valid knowledge, I had to have a solid grasp myself. That motivation helped me grow. Writing code. As a freelancer, I had created a few websites, but enterprise-grade code was new to me. I enjoyed building and testing everything in a sandbox, then rolling it out to production. Once Salesforce had released Apex and Visualforce, I leveraged both to embed a sales information system in the Salesforce One mobile app, which was also fairly new at the time. Building a Salesforce roadmap. Defining one project is already difficult enough, but keeping track of dozens of project proposals is a totally different ballgame. Being responsible for Salesforce, I soon got involved in project portfolio management, which meant prioritizing initiatives based on strategic themes. Interacting with Salesforce. As a matter of course, I was contacting Salesforce through support when something went wrong. But I also had the privilege of interacting with its customer success branch as well as sales team, which was insightful and helpful. It gave me a first idea of how large and complex the mothership is. Entering the community. When I discovered the Trailblazer community, I could hardly believe it. Not only could I exchange with others in public groups, but user groups were actually coming to life on the ground, also in the city where I worked. I signed up for the first meeting and happened to be the first in the audience to comment on my experience with Salesforce. At the second meeting, I gave a presentation. So these were examples of what I did and how I evolved in my admin role. Part 3, what you can do to be successful with Salesforce. My principal advice is jump in with both feet. Take a leap of faith. Then work hard to make it happen. Blaze your own trail in the Salesforce ecosystem. Understanding it will help you grow, so learn how to navigate it. Get involved in the community. Team up with other trailblazers. Invest in relationship building and networking. While you are on your learning journey and occupied with a lot of details, nonetheless keep your eyes firmly on the larger goal, on the prize, attaining valuable knowledge in order to succeed in the Salesforce ecosystem. It's not only about technical skills and hardcore problem solving. Soft skills also matter, especially empathy and good communication. Have empathy with the pains of others. It will make you a better admin, business analyst, and consultant. Be attuned to the needs of stakeholders and to their way of seeing the world. Care about their way of working, their processes. It will open your eyes to their business needs. Always be clear. Always ask if you don't understand something. There are no stupid questions. Try to understand it and research it until you understand. Of course, leverage AI to help you. If you can't understand something today, make a note to research it further and understand it tomorrow. Think critically. Examine things through your own lens. Don't follow advice from others blindly. That includes what I'm telling you here. Take it with a grain of salt and understand how it applies to you. Give challenges your complete focus. Approach them from several angles. Revisit them. Sleep over them and attack them again. Communicate with others about what's working and what isn't in a project. It will make you a better team player in any role, especially a better developer, tester, and architect. You are eager to find your purpose and find a job. But for that to happen, it usually takes patience and stamina. Build resilience, not only to cope with frustration only, but to withstand hardships when issues keep piling up. On the road to success, be kind to yourself and to others. The road is long, and to move forward, simply put one foot in front of the other. Even if you have doubts about your abilities, we all have, always believe in yourself and in your ability to learn. If you fail at something, take a deep breath and try again. Try until you succeed. Once you succeed, take a moment to reflect what got you to that beautiful place and be grateful. Then practice that successful move over and over again. Then teach it to others so that they can be successful too. Develop a mindset of paying it forward. Be a multiplier. Don't wait until somebody appoints you. You decide when you are ready to spread the word, to coach others, to lead others. Becoming a multiplier starts with speaking up, with raising your hand. Leading starts with getting involved, with asking questions. Everybody can do that. Explore constantly. Enjoy the iterative process of learning, of gaining a foothold in a new topic, of building a bridgehead, then branching out from there until you stand on solid ground, on higher ground. Part 4. Why getting into Salesforce is a smart career move. Salesforce is simply a vibrant, growing ecosystem. It can be subdivided into 4 quadrants or zones: the mothership, customers, partners, and the community proper. The mothership is growing. It's on the forefront of the agentic labor movement, which means embedding agents into an organization's workflows. Salesforce is firmly situated in the top 5 of software companies in the world. Its global market share in CRM solutions stood at 21% in 2024. Salesforce customers can be found across the globe in different sectors and industries, in organizations of all sizes. New implementation projects are launched every day. Millions of users have to be serviced. Hundreds of thousands of existing implementations have to be maintained. Salesforce partners are doing way more business than Salesforce itself. The size of the partner economy is gigantic, already exceeding $1 trillion. By 2028, it is projected to generate 2 trillion in new business revenues and create a net gain of 11.6 million jobs worldwide. For every dollar Salesforce earns, its partner ecosystem generates more than $6 in revenue. The Salesforce community, affectionately known as Ohana, has grown so large that no single person can claim to know all programs that contribute to it. Besides the mothership's own programs, most notably Trailblazer community groups, there is a myriad of community-led as well as partner-led programs, groups, and initiatives, including an enormous variety of content production and distribution efforts. Many of your existing skills, interests, habits, and traits are transferable into professional life and into the Salesforce economy. You can use that to differentiate yourself. Understand your gifts and grow your muscles. Find out what it is that you can do differently from others and amplify that over time. Specialize in your own talent. Product-wise, make at least one thing your specialty. Go deep on one thing. Not only will it give you confidence, but it will show potential employers that you are willing to engage, to focus, to commit, even if your focus isn't the exact one they need. Always be active in the community, which helps you stand on common ground and helps you stand on higher ground faster. Learning from ecosystem content, including community-provided content, increases and validates your existing understanding. It propels you to a new level. You can learn from everyone in the community, from those who are starting out, from well-trained professionals and seasoned content producers, and not least from the highly decorated and experienced silverbacks. Especially watch out for content and advice from Salesforce MVPs, golden hoodie bearers, CTAs, and other key figures. If you consume content, always try to see the human behind the effort you are benefiting from. If you use a tool, see the person behind the tool. Acknowledge, celebrate, and praise community efforts, large and small. If you can, eventually transition from consumer to producer of content. Summary. What can you expect from the program? I'll be quoting fellow trailblazers who have completed similar programs. One said, "This journey wasn't easy, but every challenge pushed me to grow in new ways I never imagined." Another said, "It has been a beautiful journey, watching learners from across Africa give their time, creativity, and effort to create something bigger than themselves." You will find success if you study and learn and practice. You will find success if you learn about the ecosystem and its products, its participants and constituents. You will find a place where you belong. You will find your mission. You will find your team. On your journey, you will discover great values and many valuable connections. If you look closely and keep an open mind, you will find good things and great people in every part of the ecosystem. If you are friendly, you will be treated with friendliness. If you help others, you will get help. If you mentor others, others will mentor you. If you let it happen and make it happen, you will experience personal growth beyond your wildest imagination. If you go all in, you will go beyond your dreams. I guarantee it. And the best part is, it will be fun. It will be full of community spirit, and the journey will be its own reward. Go for it, trailblazers. Let nothing hold you back. Let nothing hold you up. In concluding, let me tell you a secret. Yes, employers are looking for the skills you already have today. These are important, They want proof that you have solved some problems, that you have built some muscle, that you keep your wits about you. But what they're really excited about is your potential as expressed in your zeal for learning, your appetite for reaching goals, your joy in connecting with others. They will judge you for your tenacity and creativity in overcoming hurdles and removing roadblocks. Yes, employers will look into your history to check how polished you already are. So you should invest a lot of effort into your personal brand. Enhancing your LinkedIn profile, showcasing your portfolio, and producing content are key differentiators. But above all, they will look into your future to see how raw and hungry for success and open-minded you are. This is what they really care about. They know that there is a lot you don't know and will have to learn. So they want to make sure that you can bridge that gap, run that race, and find your place with confidence, with grace, with motivation, with your awesome power of trailblazing. I trust that your experience in ALX Africa Salesforce program will deeply change you, and that you will keep it in your heart, like a tune that you will never forget wherever you go. I wish you a great deal of success and much joy of learning. Thank you, merci beaucoup, mille grazie, Jurjev, Asante Sana, Shukran Jazilan, for the opportunity to speak to you. May you all have a great learning experience and go much further than you can imagine. Thank you so much.